is so toxic, and it makes me sick to my stomach.
Usually it takes me a minute to get into these knife rounds, but I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a treat tonight as we try and make this one as special as possible, because I'm expecting it to be a fun one, individual moments galore, and as the knife round does conclude, it is going to be the home crowd. Standing head and shoulders above, at least in that moment. So many more to come, though. I have a feeling it'll be hard to make heads or tails. Of who the victor will be by the end of it. And I'm hoping that's the case. I love those kinds of games, especially when they're players that I recognize on the other side. So, let's get it on. Let's get it done. As the fast pace towards B seems to be all five ready and trekking into that area. The map CMX playing for the bait at the backside of the pillar. Says he, nobody first contact. CMX waiting, biding his time, very patiently, and rightfully so. Not an uncommon angle to play with, but with that silenced USP, stays undetected for long enough to find a double, and that's huge for them. He's gotten everything that he needed done inside of the round, although his teammate inside of the site might not have been able to. Sam looking to make up for that fact. Will be toppled almost immediately. Camero, big moment, big clutch, triangulated, left, right, and center are all of the 3 Ts left planted inside of the site, and they'll fight him almost simultaneously after the digits are punched in. And there's that first. There's it on the board. A knife round loss, a big pistol round win in response. A map like Vertigo, those T-side pistol victories are going to feel very nice for you, especially getting that economy set in an early pace. I'm excited to see what the first gun round call is from Regame. I personally am very impressed with how good their controlled spacing is. Chaotic, sometimes it falls to pieces, I'll say. In terms of when things are in the early to late stages of a round, I really feel like they have some of the best in the entirety of the division. And as you can see there, they clean sweep it. Everybody swept right out from beneath their bomb site. Like a dinner table magic trick. Gone wrong. Here for CMX, my goat. A little bit of, who's everybody's favorite player in the server? Let's ask that. On either side. Chante at the bottom of the B step solo for now. Has somebody just closing in behind him with the bomb on his shoulders with a MAC-10 no less. They're not taking this one very fast. Instead, buying up the utility to be able to execute into the mid-round and trying to find an opening in the beginning stages as Chante is successful in doing so. Now Cage's put into a little bit of a sticky situation. Nade's flying. He still has vision. He's over the top of the default box now taking a deeper stance. Hoping that he can get maybe a lineup. They are there. Sasha with the MAC-10, excuse me, should be much easier than the AK of Chante to put down. It is. Chante's tucked. He's hiding. But Cage doesn't have an idea of it. Crab walking into the angle, though, removes his head and finds them not just 1, but 2 kills into the round, bringing it to a 3v3. Chante could not get out of that position no matter what he had done, and Cajun looking for even that a little bit more. Damage exchange and info gained. Now he needs somebody to help out in a moment because they're scaling up and through. More to be done, and Cajun's done it all for them in this round. What more can he do? Damage already taking 1 into the red. Might be work for an ace. Already down to 3, and damage that says he will capitalize upon makes it no chance for the ace, but even still, Cage has done all that he can into this round. Real Fisher, college prodigy, ynoTFPS casting. That's real. That's real. A rarity, I know. Cajun ate his Wheaties. That's good. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, although some would say it's lunch, but that's just the theory. Sam's shotgun forced out to 51, blind back turn, nobody scaling up though, but Dirk, he sees the shotgun barrel. Molotov's gonna miss its mark though, as he was blinded upon tossing it, and Sam actually able to help out a little bit on the camera, but spammed down through the corner of the steel beam. Eventually meets his maker. Camaro going back in, has somebody by his side to be able to help out. Dirk down low, not an angle he'll be anticipating, but says he hears him jumping. Not holding for the reface from the second player on the other side will cause him his life, and that's going to mean now the course of change needs to make its way towards B instantly. Otherwise, they're going to be stagnating for maybe a little while. Too long as the read is there from the CTs that they are going to reinstate their play of claim towards that side of the map. Molotov to the side hall. Nobody ticking inside of it, though. Luckily for them, they hadn't made their way that far up to be possible, but Chante is clear as ever, and what he wants demands control of the A bomb site and leaves it on occasion who is the hero of B in the last, but on the opposite side of the map in the third, or excuse me, into the fourth round. He's got a lot more on his plate. Bomb plant from Joshi, denied. Swaggle, 180 damage, but no kill. Looked like for a moment there might have been room for it, but if CMX makes the exact same play again, he might have a chance actually to find the both of them. Here he goes. No pull, no pop, no plant. 18 seconds, and the smoke will soon fade, and he'll have the player on top of default to find, and he'll also have Chante at range. Full sound given over now with the chance maybe to catch Chante off guard. Dropping off the top of the sandbags. Back is there. Both players spotted. And Zukar now with the presence of mind to be able to turn quick enough. And CMX has done it again. He and Cajun, the two players with the C. The ABC regains way out of the round and their way back into this game with a round like that before it had gone down to a dire 1-3 with no money in the bank. Holy. That's so huge. Incredibly important to the remainder of this first half of play. Just Dirk firing off a couple of shots. He's not really giving them a whole lot. It's not going to be too threatening of a weapon to hear spamming through a smoke, to be 100% transparent with you. And the utility that they have to send their way towards B is going to be all that they have. So from here on out is dry fights. And dry fights that, typically speaking, the CTs come out on top of. But that Galil maybe not threatening to the bottom of A has been much more so at the top side of the B site. The Tech 9's running them through. A double and a third to be even followed up by Chante, tucking into the corner with Sam in nowhere in sight. This one's feeling a little bit lost. Holy moly, that is certainly a change of pace, even warranting a timeout. I'm actually starting to sweat already at the beginning of this game, to be honest. Just had to change from a sweatshirt to a t-shirt. That might change back by the end of it if things cool off, but right now, CMX is as hot as ever, as the chat was pointing out, so let's see if he can do something crazy right now with this Flame Test 5-7 bottom side of the B steps. Headshot potential is incredible, and Dirk will cross his sight. Unable to topple he is. There was a second player behind him. It'll be Chante to chime in for the kill instead. And in through mid, the timing is good for him to maybe catch a player in the backside, but a second late, and Sasha's already on his case, and Camera's back into it with the 5-7 as well, but he's a lot more successful than anybody else. Bomb trying to be planted. Hold on now. Josh has got to cover two angles of the attack. One from the front side of CT, and two from the back side of the ramp. Blink and you'll miss it, and now both, one with a rifle, elevating themselves, but Joshi is dealing the damage. Joshi is doing them in, but Camera not done just yet, already having done a majority of the heavy lifting inside of the round. Needs to do that little bit more into the 1v1 clutch, but Joshi on for the 1v2 3K is good for it. Camero doing all that he could. But the final kill proves to be just a little bit too much. But all things considered, that was a very, very strong attempt into a round that was an uphill battle from the start. Cautious are the T's, as the CTs really can only hope to find something a little more spontaneous than anything else. Okay, there's one. Absolutely dunked on by Sam's Deeg. They're on the back foot on the retreat. If Sam could do a little bit more even, that would be something. Oh, hold on now. Oh, my lord. That was a gnarly angle for him to nearly tear the head off of another. We don't always get what we want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need. That was absolutely filthy. I feel like in CSGO that hits for some reason, but what do I know? Probably not a whole lot, as they run through the A-bomb site and find themselves a fifth. Piece by piece, the puzzle begins to come together on this T side. Slow mid default with players on both sides of one another, just waiting it out patiently as they should. Overstepping at this point in time for the CT side would thrust them into an even deeper state of early life crisis in this match than anything else. And good though for that kill and a half, as the B site's susceptible for a take, but has players here enough to where it shouldn't be that big of a deal if they are to make their way in and through. A failsafe. But the T's pump the brakes, reroute. We're heading out. Back towards the A site now. His utility will reign over Dirk. He might be the opening point. Nice from Camero. Perfect crosshair placement over the jiggle top side of the headshot box. He's not able to extinguish his own Molotov. Causes him actually to go down pretty quickly. Molotov one thing, the nade another. The shot's through, only one needed to land. And this is all down to Cajun's flank. If he falls without one, this becomes problematic. Now Dirk clutches. The bust! Cajun's flank, not good for one, but two. Oh, that was an accident. Let's look at the scoreboard real quick. Let's take a little peek here at how this game has been going. Certainly not too bad individually. Nobody really straying too far behind, but nobody really excelling or meeting the exact expectations set for them on the CT side, but still more room to work with. I have to say, Dirk's actually been considerably better than maybe the rounds have shown. Consistently able to find his one, not really necessarily clutch master by any stretch. That's more so been left onto the shoulders of maybe a Joshi. Early round by Chante. But in this round where they lose that 1-for-1, or rather, I guess technically, we can come out on top of the 1-for-1, seeing as they're the T side. Instead, you have a little bit less work to do in terms of bodying up and grouping into a site, but responsibility now lying heavily on the CTs to take an early duel and get out of dodge. Sam has changed angles. The T's, they stick around. There's one lurk. That CMX is getting here in a moment. Oh, and that draws over a rotation. That pulls Sam off the side hall. Camro's here and he's alone. They have a molly. They have an HE. Molly's kind of missed though. Not really spread around the corner, and Sam, he's got the whole world in his hands and fumbles it. A difficult task. And elevating himself, Joshi makes it even more so. Looking to turn 5 rounds into 6. And CMX really don't see a world where he goes for this one. The money isn't there. The loss bonus really isn't even there either to justify a buy into the next. It's going to be just working around the M4 that they've got and forcing into the following. I mean, at this point, maybe it will be worth going for the full force. If he saves this gun, I mean, they can buy another rifle, a FAMAS, or an M4 from Sam. Oh, an AK. Come on, get that. No? No. Oh, let's watch their money. Let's watch their money really quick. I guess, yeah, let's watch their money really quick. Together. You can also watch in the top left of your screen to see exactly what they're investing in at the same time. An M4A4, an M4A1, a Scout, and 2 MP9s. All things considered, that's not bad. That's certainly a formula that could result in a win, and that molly is good, deep, and spreads just far enough across the board. It's where they can't go past it. Nade into the smoke itself, though, and Chante not quite spotting CMX. He has been smelt. Located by the Apex Predator now as Sasha looks to maybe try the same. Better off. Sukar versus an MP9. Better for it. Big win. Sukar backing away though. Now they know nobody is occupying mid any longer. Now Sam might be able to at least regain some information and go for a late round play. But will it come to matter if his A-side teammate in Camro either goes down or sustains too heavy a damage to have to go in for? Because he's only got this Scout. No utility. And in they go. Side hall's looking pretty nice right about now. Shot. Rings out. No kill. Equal man. And actually, the CTs for a retake have really good utility. So hold on a second. Zukar is going to be the linchpin. He's going to be the one that decides this because the utility could decide it for them. He turns into the wall, turns back just in time to be able to deal the damage and the kill onto Sam, and Sasha's got his side. Maybe not onto the next, as Camro gets a quick shot in, a gun to upgrade to, and health to do it. Hold on. 50. Not great, I guess, but neither of the other two is he's got the AK to work with 11 bullets to do so, and Sasha wraps the sight. Tap onto the bomb. Hit 4. Sasha spotted. Kill found. And another tap maybe into a stick. He's only got 5. Time of the essence. 10. Already ticking. Does Camro have it? I think he's just pulled away within a 4th round, and Camro with a Scout to an AK has brought them up to 4. These clutches, if nothing else, keep them alive. They need these types of rounds. Excuse me. Letting those slip means this game Looks like a lost cause, but Zukar giving him that AK, swinging into him, hoping to find that kill, maybe a little overzealous in exactly what I had mentioned previously, those slightly more chaotic rounds, or excuse me, moments in the round. It costs you, it really does. If he sits still, plays cool, plays his life, tucks into the corner, not only is he a tradable player, doesn't give the weapon over in an open enough space for them to be able to pick up on, but maybe turns this into what could have been a 7-3 game. SESI going in through mid, hearing, I think, this player on the other side for a second, takes that sound cue and blasts it open. The A site looks susceptible, engaged with an MP9, really does need to get up close and personal as CMX hold his back. Zukar playing at patience now, and might activate on a timing. Maybe.
Bomb has been planted.
Not quite. Or at least not at the moment that could have been the perfect time to strike. Now sees him just zoning out the rest of the map. Rightfully so. The CTs play for forfeit there. Of the round. Zukar eventually does get his. Tried to switch to that POV fast enough, but unfortunately I wasn't able to, so sorry about that. Directing is kind of hard when casting sometimes, especially when I forget that I'm actually having to do so. Caster is bad. This round, the last. For an attempt on the CT side to turn things into their favor. Dirk's going to be met with quite a number of bodies on the other side, but the spam is fruitful, and that nade is going to blow up in the smoke and likely deal damage enough to camera to make it so very low. This should be a clean sweep. Mid is looking okay, but it's still a 4v3. Now, I was going to say, if CMX can get something done in that facet, there's a world they can get it done. DKP minus to the caster? I don't even know what that is. Oh. DKP sounds like Danish krone point. I don't know. Some form of currency that I'm unaware of, but there goes the half, and there goes the round with regain now at double. 8-4. Very even across the board for them, I add. 11 at the top for 3. 10 for the 4th, and 9 for the 5th. Everybody pulling their weight, and Chante, despite being at the bottom of the board, is the name that I've seen most in some of these impactful openings and mid-round kills. We'll let you have that, LOL. The hell is DKP? I gotta look this up. DKP. You made that. This is made up. Dragon kill points? That's not real. Is that like World of Warcraft money? Wait, is that World of Warcraft money? Because that's the second thing that I had pulled up. That's funny. If so, either way, pistol underway, and nobody directly, like, placated in that B-bomb site. Makes this one a dangerous game as they get closer to it. They're already all the way through, and says he finds his. Ooh, gotta be careful with that Molotov, though, as it misses the mark just a little bit, or maybe just is poorly timed to where one player wanted to scale up. Maybe it's for the best that he threw it in that position, so it stopped his teammate from throwing away his life potentially in that position, but they are running back into this one with Berettos, and they are making it look easy. What in God's name? Dark Ace! What? I didn't even get a single one of those kills. We need auto director back. That is such a shame. Valve, please. 9-4 and bomb planted. Huge that they have 5 Galils with head armor. No flashes, though. Last round, they read that they were able to contact into B. And with a similar read, they try and do the same now. Timing nade devastating, but that kill even more so. Jerk might have looked like a pillar with dualies, but with half of his HP and 8 bullets in a FAMAS, not so much! Sam's back into it, baby. This round lying on the laurels of the M4 now as the MP9's already been softened by the player lurking inside of mid. Says he might be fragged, but still a man advantage and position gained in the post-plant. Work to be done, but shouldn't be all too difficult for them even so. Here comes Joshy. Flash over. What is Joshy doing, though? Paying a little bit too much attention to the side of the smoke that his teammate was supposed to be occupying now as he loses his life, loses the gun picked up by Zukar and left to save. 9-5 back into it after they only had 3 smokes. They kick some serious rear end in the force back.
Terrorists win.
This is what you love to see, the force buy battle, because the CTs don't really have a whole lot of room to be waiting for these kinds of rounds to fall into their lap. Back through mid. Nobody's home directly, but Sasha playing under the smoke that's been plumed up the shelf. Now left stagnated are the T's, but Camero not letting that smoke act as a wall bypasses it. Rightfully so, as it seems, as it's done him a lot of good and opened up an alleyway into the round. Ooh, the shotgun, though, potent. Maybe more work to be done, as says he is. Dinkton over the top comes the CZ. 1 bullet, no! Chante can't quite get it. Pulls back, peels in. Bomb site B looking like the final point of contact in this 1 M4. Could mean the world as Chante eventually finished the job he had started a moment or two ago. Blinded is the M4 by the end of that fight, but so is Cage in better form without vision, still able to find the kill. Is B site where they look to end? No, they're going back towards A. Will it be heard? They've got a full sprint. There's no time to wait. Yeah, he can't wait. He's gonna get onto the site with like 5 to 6 seconds left for the plant. Actually, how far is the bomb planter away? 7 seconds. Ah, I was just off. Still back into it, though. Trying to fight it. Sam was already so very low that he had to be worried about it. And Cage now has to clutch 1v1. He's got the crosshair place here in the reload on the other side, but it's Zukar to come out on top. The 3K is his, triumphant in the final moments of that one to find double digits and continue to extend their lead. This game has me sweating, too. I am Mr. Sweat right now. Okay. Fast to the ramp, Cajun lit. Player at the sandbags fragged. A Molotov to side hall to give Zukar a little bit more room to work with, but teammates dying on either side of him means really it is all down to him. Not hearing the player burning inside of the Molotov, somehow Camero actually evading it. I don't know how that's possible, to be completely honest with you, but they're gone. They're out of there. They are completely ejected from that situation. Enchante, hold on. 2 players in the red for the T side and 1 lurking in mid. If you could have found him, that would have meant a lot to the remainder of this round. Ooh. Every second the timing evades him, and that's their last flash that's fluffed. Dirk is not anyone's fool, though. Ooh, that nade. Substantial, but yeah. Flank from Sezi even more so. Nice little buffer setup by the Zomblers for the time being. Now they can play a little bit more calm, a little bit more confidently in those mid rounds. The early offsets seem to be doing enough for them to be able to win out, but hold on, wait, where's the bomb carrier? I can't find the right number. It's Cajun in the B side. His teammate lost his life. Thankfully, says he was there to help him. Or that would have been lost. So many nades flying over, though, and that is not going to help their case. Burning alive is Sasha, Sam, fragged in the back, and Dirk now looking to try and swing back through CT. Spawn can see and spot nothing before he's done and dusted. Left in it. That's the end of that. Bomb timer will detonate. Nothing really to show for it for the CT side. Top side of the A site well enough, but the CT's once again lesser equipped. Have Sasha and Zukar meeting each other's eyes, where actually the MP9 runs down a couple. Now Cajun's calling for the cavalry. Quick little bursts of fire just to keep them on their toes and maybe catch a freebie. But right now, nothing really going their way. Oh man. This MP9 of Zukar turns the round on its head and potentially even the game actually after that. That should have been, logically speaking, the moment to walk away with. Zomblers now likely the ones to take that pause, actually regain the ones to do it instead. lineup potential. Both players spotted, only one. Killed by the end of it as Joshy gets his 2. Good for his life at A, but he still stands. They know that much. Cajun's gotten up the side hall. Dirk spots him, and now they can kind of crossfire, but they still got to worry about the player, if any at all, to scale up through that ramp. And Joshy, he's got the jump on him in a moment. Backpack seen, though. But hold on. If he goes too far wide to try and find Joshy, the player mid-site should be able to deal with him. Dirk not going to be able to head up in time. Not finding the kill. Loses his time to strike. But they peel off. Chante wiser to it. Heads on back. Moseys his way on over to this B-bomb site. Sitting idly by, lying in wait. In they go. And will they hard clear him? Cajun more so worried about the deep side of the site beforehand, but as he walks forwards, Chante still tucked, hears nothing, and has no idea where they could be from. What is that, though? The spam. VAC, baby. No anti-cheat. Dirk, what have you got, my friend? Show the client. As Cajun is stuck in the backside of White. Swings wide at the perfect time for his 4K, despite a massive opening into that clutch. Dirk can't quite close it out, but a spectacle nonetheless. That round stacked on top of the couple they had found consecutively earlier on. Surely is going to feel great. Cajun's through side all. And gun barrel seen from Sasha turning to his left. Make this one an opening shot case. The correct immediate sight. Cajun not even allowing him to get away. Good read from camera, who looked like he wanted to pull the Molotov, could have been caught off guard. Instead, pulls his gun back out at the right moment. Keeps himself afloat, keeps the round alive, and keeps them in the lead with a flawless 5 players standing at 11-9. I don't need to be too worried about how this round might unfold now with the fights at the top side of the A ramp, and even still the CT is not able to hold on to it initially, leave Joshy to his own devices once again. Typically the one to find the multi-frag in that area, not to be able to do so this time around. Damage not enough. One side ball spamming through Monster, and camera already tucked in the corner. Ooh, this one once again turned onto its head in the very early stages of it. That will not incite them to a retake. They'll incite them to a save before anything else, as they're so far from it with guns to be retrieved and picked back up. The rifles from the MP9 upgraded too. To keep their wits about them. Another kill found. He's gonna save, and CMX might even beat his maker. No! Removing the gun out of the hands of the lifeless body now flying off the side of the skyscraper. No, Regain is an interesting team. I really like Regain. I have personally had good experiences with them and had the opportunity to work with them in a coaching capacity at one point. But I don't know, my willingness to coach has somewhat faded, but not really seeming to need it at this point in time, are they? Azukar is blinded, gets his vision back. Almost looked like he lagged out for a second there, to be completely honest with you, but he'll fall regardless of whether or not he did. And that leaves them now susceptible to that 11 tie, with money enough to full buy into the next. Now just looking to do what damage they can. With the M4 into the hands of these players. Looking to maybe get a little bit more after as Dirk rotates back over. Damage exchange is good. They can buy up onto all 5 players regardless of whether or not they save this M4. So if we can get a kill, that's great. If not, no worries. Made a default, nobody on top of it yet. Smoke blooms, Dirk spots him beforehand, and now the round is on. A smoke for the retake, no flash. Further damage inside of the smoke seems to be the forte of Dirk, but phasing through the smoke, PT50 is the one to be able to do it instead, dropping the bomb, letting it loose, and leaving a space for Dirk to slide through. Not enough for CMX, who's on top of it, and claims the double, as well as tie game. They're back. A tactical time out. Nothing we're unfamiliar to in this game. Side on track to make that same record as the, all things considered, lackluster hold from Zomblers in the last half. A mirror almost, except closer to the match point. Following this round, if they're able to crack it open, are Zomblers, and that's it. Yeah, call it. Look at the money. Yeah, Joshy's not happy with that one. Starting to feel dire. They weren't going to be able to invest if they had gone for the full retake. They simply couldn't afford to do it. And try as you may, fight all you like. It wasn't really going to matter. They might have just done it. CMX. Ballsy in his own regard to be going for that, but every player on the T side now looking to just run them down, take the guns out of their hands, successful in doing so for the 2, but Joshy's tucked into the corner, needs to be found, and Sam with 1 HP able to find him. That's it. That's everyone wiped off the board. Zomblers have done it. They've gotten themselves into such an economic chokehold. Ice cream on Bison. Ice cream on Bison. That'd be crazy. I could go for a scoop. Oh, the shotgun, not the weapon for the job here. He'd much rather have that fully automatic rifle, and it won't be the reason he loses all of his health, really. It'll be the utility instead, taking him down to 10. hoping to catch somebody with their head blown off the top of the boost, but no. Camro, here he comes, here he's in. Molotov for him to peek behind if he so pleases, and once he does, he'll spot the low HP player before he spots him. Camro with his double, and Sasha with everything to do. The laundry list of tasks left to him, and the errands to be run, and one was all that he'll be able to gain before the plant can be put through to the site side with no Molotov. Actually, they do have one. But has it made its way over yet? No, it has not. Chante, he's in mid. Heading his way back only now. M4 on the ground. Dirk not picking it up just yet. I think they're so tunnel visioned into the moment that they haven't even spotted it, but it doesn't really seem to matter. They're finding the kills. Cajun inside of the site, 99 HP, and the MP9 to swing into it. He's found yet another, and Chante, we're gonna finish the job. He's done it. A gun on the ground, a defuse needing to be stuck, but no kit. They've got to find one, or the kill, as Chante's over top. CMX has been clutch man for the game thus far, but can he close it out here and now? The time's too far ticked, and off the map goes Chante, and into the map victory go Zomblers. Ladies and gentlemen, my throat is shot, but what a victory for them. GG's across the board, and I hope to see you again real soon, but until then, brought to you by LCABroadcasting as well as myself, ynoTFPS. I wish you a good night. Yes, we are trying to process. Holy, another delivering game, and I knew it was coming, but again, I'll see you again real soon.
Closer, 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 closer. Visions of you.